Hey everybody, OpenAI have released a new Instruct model using the same technology as ChatGPT. In this video, I am going to create a new prompt app using this new technology and see how it performs and how it can help with a real business use case. The business use case that I'm going for in this video is, imagine I am setting up a food delivery service and all of the items that I offer on this food delivery service have a description for them. So what I want to do is just put a food dish into a input box and get a lovely description out. What we're going to do, we're going to build this within Riku. The whole process is going to be super quick, super easy. Let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to go to riku.ai. I'm going to log into my account and then I am going to click on the plus button at the prompt studio. This is then going to give me the options of how do I want to make my prompt. Well, we're going to be doing one single input because we're going to be putting a food dish in and we are going to be wanting to get our lovely description out. So for this, the easiest way to do it is using the input modular prompt. And what we're going to do is we're going to define one single input. We're going to give 2 free examples and then we're going to create a prompt app on it. So once we come to this page, you can see that we get to choose our technology. We're going to scroll down to OpenAI and we're going to find this new GPT-3.5 Turbo Instruct. This is the one that we want to use. We want the temperature to be 1 because we want it to be quite creative. We don't want to change the top P because we don't need to. We want the output tokens to be 200 is probably actually okay. Frequency penalty, presence penalty, we're going to keep the same here. Remember within Riku, you can hover over any of these information icons to understand more about these individual settings. Generally, the default here is good enough for me. So I am just going to go ahead and start the instruction. So we are going to say, you are an expert copywriter and work for a food delivery app company. Your target market is young professionals and the food delivery app is quite fashionable and trendy. You write awesome copy for the food items provided. So we're just giving it the instruction to work off, right? So we're giving it the information that it needs to give us that solid output. And we could probably run this and we could probably just put in something like a pizza and it would give us an output. But we can reinforce the way that it does these things by giving it a few examples. And this is why I like this setup rather than just using chat, because chat is great. Chat definitely has a purpose, but I believe that by using raw prompts and using an instructor model like this, you can actually get a more defined output and a better output for your own voice and your own brand. So what we're going to do is we are going to put the label as food item. We only want 1 because we're only going to be putting in a food item, and we're going to be putting in an example. And this is the time where I'm going to start to get hungry. So I can put, let's go for a pepperoni pizza. And we could say, this mouth-watering pepperoni pizza with distinct thick crust will blow your mind. The way the cheese and the pepperoni melt together, make a taste explosion in your mouth. You won't regret ordering this dish for your lunch or dinner. It is mesmerizing. So we're just going to put something like that, and we can say add this example to the prompt template. And we've added one example now. So what this does is it locks the input field to make it easy for you so you don't make any mistakes when you're creating your prompt in the future. And it also now lets you create a second item if you want. So now let's go for something completely different, and we go for a British favorite, a sausage roll. So we could say this quintessential British favorite snack is made with the perfect pastry and deliciously seasoned pork sausage. The sausage roll will leave you wanting more. Why not order two? So we just put another example like this, and we can add that to the prompt template. So now we've got two items in here. If we want to test what it would give us if we were to put something else in, so say for example I write spaghetti bolognese down here, I can test if I can spell. I can test it now because it's going to have this in the memory, and I can hit generate and see the type. It's just taken the information from the spaghetti bolognese. So what I like to do as well is, as I am building this out, now that I have this example, I can actually add it to the prompt itself. So I can say, looking for a hearty and satisfying meal, look no further than our spaghetti bolognese, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that looks good to me. And this is a process of using AI to help build out your prompt even better over time. So let's just go for all about the English food today. And apologies if these are dishes from other countries, but we tend to say that they're English. And we can put a shepherd's pie in, and we can see that it's providing a good output. So once I've done this, so I've got 4 examples. 4 examples is probably enough for this. It's a fairly simple prompt, and it's fairly simple to use. So I will come in and I will say food delivery app descriptions. Let's just get the take food out of that. This will provide descriptions for a food delivery app, and the input fields is 1. This is locked because that's what we've been doing all of this time. Our input field is food item, and our title, we can just put food item, but if we want to make it look nice, we could say, food dish, or, the meal, or whatever it is. And then we can give an example, and we can just say carbonara pasta, and we can hit save. So once we've done this, it's going to take us through to the prompt app, and we can decide whether we want to customize it at all. So you can see that we can change the name, we can change the description, we can add an icon to it. I've been playing around with a new Chrome extension that we've created for Super Machine, which we can pop out like this. I've put a nice shortcut on it. So when I need an image, I can just come in and grab one. And you'll see here, I've done a few examples of food delivery app icons. And this is going to be the one that I'm going to use. So I'm going to download this one. And I am going to then add it to this. because this is going to be cool. So now I've got this food delivery app icon. I can make it public if I want other people to be able to see it, and then I can just share this link with anyone. Or say I'm working with a contractor to get this food delivery app off the ground and they need to run through a ton of these. What I can do is I can put a password on it. So I could set it and say, you know, this is password protected, whatever. And I can set the password. And then when I share this with that contractor, as long as they have the password, they will be able to run it. Or alternatively, if I want to embed it on any site, then I can do so. And I just copy the code and I can toggle any of the settings that I want to toggle. But for now, I just want this to be internal for me. So by making sure the toggle is off on all of these, it will only be you who can use it. So here we are. This is our delivery app descriptions. And I can put in some food. So I'm going to put carbonara pasta. Let's do roast dinner. Let's do leek and potato soup. And you can see I can just keep churning these out. It's super simple. It's super fast. It runs very easily. And even if I want to get multiple selections of the same one, what I can do is I can just queue these up, right? So for example, I can go 1, 2, 2, 3, and we have 1 output, 2 output, 3 outputs. So I can see and I can choose which of these I would like to use for my app. So that is really how simple it is to create a prompt app within Riku, and also how you can benefit from using the new model from OpenAI. I hope that this has been useful for you. So there we have it. We built a prompt app for a food delivery business within 10 minutes, and that was with me demonstrating. If I wasn't demonstrating, I could have built it even faster. By doing something like this, you create a blueprint and an efficiency within your team, within your organization, to create content with certain safeguards already involved because of the information that you put into the prompt and the examples. The AI is going to try and replicate that style, and it's going to give you quality outputs every single time. You could replicate this flow. So for example, if I was now creating ad campaigns, I could use a prompt app to give me text and content for those ad campaigns. Likewise, I could use the same approach for social media. The possibilities are really endless, and that's what we're all about at Riku. We have access to all of these large language models within our platform, and we really encourage our users to test, experiment, enjoy, and most of all, deploy this AI technology to really level up your business and your organization, make yourself more efficient, and ultimately make more money. So if that sounds good to you, consider signing up to Riku.ai today. And if you've enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like or subscribe. Thank you.